Hey there, Izzy here again. In this video, I want to share with you two super useful tips for working with drop zones in motion. In particular, if you're working with templates, these tips should really come in handy. Let's take a look. The first tip I want to share with you has to do with a way to get a video clip to reliably go into a drop zone in your motion template. I'll show you what I mean. So normally, if I'm working in a template here, let me just move the playhead forward here, you can see there is a drop zone. Normally, when you want to add a video clip to a drop zone, it's super easy. All you have to do is just click and drag on the video clip from your file browser, for example, drop it right on the drop zone here in your canvas. You can see there's a little yellow border around the whole thing, letting me know that it's going to be replacing the video clip in that drop zone. So I'll just do that. Now I've added the video clip to the drop zone and it worked perfectly, but that doesn't always work in every template. It depends on how the template is structured. If there's clone layers or hidden drop zones, sometimes this doesn't work. So I'm going to show you a more reliable way to do this. I'll hit Command Z to undo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a search. I'll use the search button here. And in order for this to work, of course, the layers need to be named well, but a lot of times they are. So you can just type in, for example, drop and zone. And now what you can see is in this project, I have found all the different drop zones. So here's drop zone 1, drop zone 2, 3, 4, and so on. And if I want to replace the video clip in the drop zone, all I have to do, instead of dragging it out to the canvas, I can just grab it from my file browser now, and I can drag it right on top of this layer here till I see that hooked arrow, and then let go, and now I've replaced that video clip, and you can see it's working in the drop zone. Okay, so let's do another one real quick. I'm going to move the playhead forward till we can see drop zone 2. There it is. You can see it's lit up here. And by the way, you can recognize a drop zone icon because it has that little down arrow. It's very small, but there's a little down arrow on top of the icon there. Let's grab this other video clip right here. Pause this, and I'll just grab this video clip and drop it right on drop zone 2. Once again, I'm looking for that hooked arrow, and now I've replaced the video clip in drop zone 2. I can play this back, and you can see there it is. Okay, I'm going to turn off the audio, by the way, on these two video clips, and I'll just disable the audio. I'll leave the music in the background. Let's go back to layers. So that's the first tip. It's a reliable way to get a video clip into a drop zone. If the drag and drop on the canvas method doesn't work, this one might, as long as the layers are named well. The second tip I want to share with you has to do with drop zone length. So let's take a look at drop zone 1 here. And if I move the playhead to the end of drop zone 1, or towards the end of drop zone 1, you can see it's about 13 seconds long. That is a long drop zone. A lot of times video clips that you want to use in a drop zone may not be 13 seconds long. So what happens if the video clip is shorter than the drop zone is set up to be? Well, in this case, a lot of times templates have an end condition set. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go to the inspector for this drop zone. Notice I have drop zone 1 selected. Go to the inspector, go to properties. I'm going to scroll down. You can see under timing, if you don't see this, then you can just click the little button to reveal the area under timing. And it says end condition ping pong. So ping pong, what happens is it plays forward like this until it gets to the end of the underlying video clip, and then it starts to play the video clip backward. Okay, so it fills in the extra area in the drop zone by just playing the video clip backward when it gets to the end. That's ping pong, but you have other conditions too. Like maybe you don't want ping pong. Maybe that's not the right one. In this case, I might choose hold, for example, and that's going to freeze. It's going to hold on that last frame right there for the rest of the drop zone. All right, let's just play this part back so we can see what it looks like. Okay, so you can see it held there on that last frame. You have other options also. You could, for example, choose loop, which starts playing the video clip again from the beginning, or you could choose none. And you can see that this video clip now became shorter. So let me go ahead and change that end condition back to ping pong. Actually, let's go with hold on this one. And if you don't like the frame that it's holding on, if you want to switch to a different frame, like maybe this is not the frame you want, what you can do is pick a different frame. So maybe I want it to be on Trinity Smile, so I could just grab this line like that and just grab it and bring it to right there. And now what'll happen is it'll get to that frame, hold for the rest of the drop zone until this next clip comes in. As I mentioned, usually for a drop zone, I will set the end condition to be ping pong because a lot of times that produces the most smooth result, but it depends on the video clip that you're dropping in. Sometimes it's smarter, I think, to use an end condition of hold or loop, or maybe even nothing. Once again, the way to see the end condition, select the drop zone here in your layers list, go to the inspector under properties, scroll down to the timing section. That's where you'll find the end condition. Hopefully you're able to get some use out of those two quick tips. Make sure you check out izzyvideo.com for more tutorials. That's it for now. Talk to you soon.